Hello my dear students. Today we'll take up a new chapter from Exploring English book. This is chapter number 6, Paying a Visit. So this is page number 64. This is chapter Paying a Visit. The name of the chapter is Paying a Visit. So let's read the story. Read the story about three friends who pay a visit to the hospital. Find out why. So the story is about three friends and they go to the hospital. So let's read the story. On a sunny afternoon, Trilili says, I think I will go and see Tralala. On the way to Tralala, Trilili meets Trololo. Hello Trololo, shouts Trilili. Good afternoon, Trilili, says Trololo. Where do you go to? Asks Trilili. Me, I'm going to see Tralala, answers Trololo. What a coincidence. I'm on my way to Tralala, says Trilili. Shall we walk together? Asks Trololo. Good idea, answers Trilili. A few moments later, they ring the bell of Tralala. Tralala opens the door and smiles. What a surprise! My best friends Trilili and Trololo, come in. I will make a cup of tea for the three of us. That is great, says Trilili. I agree, says Trololo. Soon they hear the whistle of the water kettle in the kitchen, and a few minutes later they have their tea with a homemade piece of cake in the cozy house of Tralala. Did you hear the latest news? Asks Tralala. About what? Says Trilili. About Trululu, says Tralala. Yesterday he fell off his bicycle and now he is in the hospital. Oh dear, he must be in a lot of pain, says Trololo. So the story is about three friends and their names are Trilili, Tralala and Trololo. Now it is a coincidence that Trilili and Trololo, both of them want to go to Tralala's house. Coincidence means when two things happen at the same time without any planning. That is coincidence. So both of them, they want to meet Tralala and they go to Tralala's house. Now Tralala welcomes them and offers them tea and cakes to eat. And yes, this is cozy, yes. So, a piece of cake in the cozy house of Tralala. Now, cozy house. What does the meaning of cozy? Cozy means a house that is very small but very comfortable. Warm and comfortable. This is the meaning of cozy. Now, these three friends, they are sitting and they are talking. Now, Tralala asks them, did you hear the latest news? Now, what the latest news is all about? So, they talk about Trululu, their friend. So this news is about Trululu. And they ask what happened to Trululu, their friend. So Tralala says that yesterday he fell off his bicycle and now he's in the hospital. He got hurt. He was riding a bicycle and he fell down. So he's in the hospital right now. I have an idea. Shall we pay Trululu a visit at the hospital? Asks Trilili. So paying a visit means to go to somewhere to spend time with your friends, with your families. That is paying a visit. So they want to go to the hospital to meet their friend Trululu. Now Trololo and Tralala, they find it an excellent idea. So they like their idea. And a few moments later, the three friends step on the bus to the hospital. So they board the bus and they go to the hospital. They have wrapped a piece of cake in paper with a nice ribbon and it is a present for Trululu. So they have also carried a piece of cake. They've also carried a present for Trululu, that is a piece of cake. They have wrapped it nicely. Through a large revolving door, the three friends enter the hospital and they like such a door that turns like a merry-go-round. But at the hospital, you should not play in the corridors and you should not be noisy. That is why they speak very softly. This hospital is huge with hundreds of corridors and 1,000 rooms. They look around and wonder how they can find Trululu's room. Then they see a sign with the word reception. Behind the counter, there is a kind lady asking them who they are and what they are looking for. I am Trilili, says Trilili. And I am Tralala, says Tralala. My name is Trololo, says Trololo. The receptionist smiles and says, What adorable names you have. You must be paying a visit to Trololo. How did you guess? Asks Trololo. There is only one Trololo in this hospital, and with names like yours, I was sure you were looking for him, says the friendly lady, and she adds, Tululu is in room 312. Take the elevator to the third floor and then turn to the right. The room is on the left side of the corridor. They zoom to the third floor and can hardly control themselves not to run to Tululu's room. But they know that you should not run in the hospital's corridors. Now the three friends, they reach the hospital and there's a large revolving door, a door that moves. And the three friends, they enter the hospital and they like such a door that turns like a merry-go-round. Now at the hospital, they know that you should not make noise, you should not be noisy, and you should speak very softly, and you should not play in the corridors. And this hospital was a big one. It was a huge hospital, and there were hundreds of corridors and so many rooms were there. Corridors, hundreds of corridors. Corridors means long passages in a building. So these long passages are known as corridors. So they look around, they were wondering where they can find Tululu's room, and then they see the sign with the word reception. Now what is reception? What's the meaning of reception? In a hotel, a hospital, or an office, the reception is a place where a visitor can ask about their appointments or other patients. So at the counter, there was a kind lady, a friendly lady was there, and she asked them their names and what are they looking for. Then Trilili, Tralala and Trololo, they introduce themselves. They say that they want to meet Trololo. They want to meet Trololo. So the receptionist, she smiles and she says, What adorable names you have. Adorable. Adorable means lovable or admirable. So she says, Such nice names you have, and you must be paying a visit to Trololo. You must have come here to meet your friend Trololo. So Trololo asks, How did you guess? How did you know about that? Then the receptionist, the friendly lady, she says, There is only one Trololo in this hospital, and with names like yours, that means similar sounding names they had. So she was sure that these three kids, they were looking for their friend Trololo. So she says Trololo is in room 312, and she also directs them to that room. She says take the elevator. That elevator means lift. Elevator is a device that carries people up and down inside the buildings. So she guides them to take the elevator, and she says take the elevator to the third floor and then turn to the right, and the room is on the left side of the corridor. And then these three friends, they zoom to the third floor. Zoom means they rush, they run away, or they run quickly from there to the third floor, and they can hardly control themselves because they are very excited. They want to meet their friend Trololo. Just in front of the door with Trololo's name, the three of them rush inside. Trololo lies in a huge bed and his right leg is wrapped and hangs on a chain with a hook. There is a nurse in the room who screams, Ho ho ho, easy does it, or you will break your legs as well. Trololo is full of joy. His friends thought of him and they even brought him a present. Trilili, Tralala and Trololo are eager to know about Trololo's accident. They hold their breath when Trololo tells them what happened. In the meantime, the lady with her white coat gently slips out of the room. The nurse has already heard Trololo's story plenty of times. Now just in front of the door, Trololo's name was written, and these three children, they rushed inside the room, and Trololo lies in a huge bed and his right leg is wrapped. And so you can see in the picture, Trololo is lying on a bed and his right leg is wrapped and it hangs on a chain with a hook. And there's also a nurse in the room who screams, or screams means she shouts that ho ho, easy does it. The nurse shouts and she says, ho ho, easy does it, or you will break your legs as well. Easy does it. Easy does it means when you say easy does it to someone, you are asking them to be careful. So she asked them to be careful. And Tululu is full of joy because he is very happy to see his friends, and they also gave him the present that they had brought for him. And the three children, Trilili, Tralala and Tululu, they're eager to know. That means they're curious to know. They're excited to know what happened to Tululu. And they wanted to know about Tululu's accident. They hold their breath when Tululu tells them what happened. Hold their breath. To hold one's breath means to wait for or listen to someone excitedly. So they were very excited and they were curious to know about the incident. And in the meantime, the lady with her white coat, that is the nurse, she slips out of the room. That means she walks out of the room or she moves out of the room. And the nurse has already heard Tululu's story plenty of times. So Tululu has narrated this story in front of the nurse many times. So she knows about it all. So this is all about the story. So your homework will be, you will read the story twice. And I've already given the hard words and word meanings. You have to write the hard words and word meanings in your English classwork copy and you will learn them. That's all for today. Thank you.